How is he?
Not good. His regenerative abilities were damaged by shock. His wounds just won't heal.
It looks like you're running low on blood. Well, dead men are like those Detroit gas guzzlers, except, of course, you need to keep filling them with blood, not with gasoline.
Huh.
Where on earth did you get so much blood? Well, what's the big deal? People give blood all the time. Don't you know anything? You think they'll just give it to you if you say you need it to give a transfusion to a corpse? Blood is the same as any internal organ under the law. You can't buy it or sell it. You didn't. Is that... Do you mean to say that all that blood came from... What?
Do you understand now, Mr. Cabane? Why don't you take a minute to remember all of the things that you said to Mika?
That song's too depressing. Play a different one, RB.
I thought you said you were gonna leave, Juji. Mika is crying. She's so sad.
Here we go. Come on, Casanova. Is there no woman you're not into? Why don't you just cool it?
I'll never understand you. You know that? How can you be so cold?
Because she doesn't mean anything to me.
Don't be an idiot. She's a lady, and she's sad. That means she needs to be treated with kindness. Real men have a duty to supply the kindness. Period. No exceptions.
Give me a break. Look, you can do what you want. I'm not stopping you, am I?
You know, it wouldn't hurt you to be more honest about your feelings. Just a little.
Still don't see why I should care about that girl.
Mika.
No, Mommy! Mommy, I can't go by myself! Don't leave me, Mommy!
Mika, please, listen to me. Mika, go to see Dr. Tokioka. You must survive, Mika.
Mommy!
Never give up. It was just a dream.
We can't go on like this much longer. Your body can't take it, Mika.
We have no choice. You know that I'm the only one that matches his blood type. Thank you, Spike. But in a way, giving blood like this keeps me going. Daddy, Mommy, Dr. Tokioka, so many people have sacrificed themselves so that I can be here today. So, I think of it this way. If the life that I've been given can help Grave, then I feel like I'm connected to him and to everyone. It's like we're all one big family, and this may be the only thing that I can really do for Grave. Hey, it's not like you to be so serious. Where's the Spike I know? Don't look so sad. You're part of my family too, Spike.
Mika,
It doesn't matter whether we're related by blood or not. No matter what my head may say, my heart knows that you're my little brother.
Thank you. Well, I'd better change the blood packs. Mika! Graves' blood pressure is dropping.
His regeneration function is resetting itself.
There isn't enough blood to last until his system is completely reset.
Connect the bypass to me. I'll give him a direct transfusion.
You can't. That's suicide.
But I have to try. I just hope I have enough blood in my body to last until the reset is complete. No! Let me go! I've got to help Grave! Grave! Please, I'll give you my blood. You don't have to push yourself like this. It's too much for you, Grave.
How? How could he get up?
A dead man is no different than anyone else. In the end, it's only our strength of spirit that allows us to go on.
Oh, you are amazing, man. You are hands down the world's strongest dead man.
Briefing. Grave, you need blood to live.
Just guzzling up all those laws.
Briefing. Destroy those damn Detroit gas
Please,
guzzlers.
Everyone, this is Don Corsione's final
This is
hideout.
where he has hidden all his
It's the center of
gas.
his organization's military power.
He's
And
the
it's
only
filled
human
with
that still
heavily
has
armed
gasoline.
soldiers.
What if Grave actually does run on
Sounds
gas
like the
and Mika's the
proverbial
only one who has
Great
gas
Vortex.
blood?
I can almost
Oh,
see
that would explain it a
it
lot.
waiting for us.
The Don's personal guards will be there, as well as hired mercenaries and seed-implanted organs.
All of the enemies you've
Probably
seen so far will
Sandman
be
as
there.
well.
We don't want to make new ones.
Throw everything they have at us.
You can tell the difference because they're dressed in snazzy red suits instead of black
And
ones.
on our side, we have 3 people. Our chances are slim at best.
3 is a
We don't come
lot
up with
fewer
some
than
kind
all
of
those
plan.
people.
You have 5.
Well, there are only 3 people that know how to use a gun well.
What is your problem, kid? Lack of blood making your brain run slow? The answer is simple.
I suppose you're gonna suggest that we make a frontal assault on the enemy.
And kill ourselves.
You're finally starting to catch up.
Hey, you can't kill what's already dead.
Hey, you figured it out.
Don't tell me you haven't noticed. That's the only plan you ever come up with.
RB,
Spike's hands are so big.
little punk.
Maybe he's got cancer.
No, no, no!
Like the most calm, pissed off ever. You punk, I'm really pissed at you. I'm gonna
Oh,
kick
why
your
I
ass.
oughta.
The Don's
One of these
organization
days,
will crumble.
Spike.
It's
Bang,
our last
zoom.
chance. Let's
He's,
put an
he's
end
trying to
this
keep it
right
down
now.
so he doesn't clip his mic any more than he has to.
Alright then, let's get going.
It took him half the game to
Let me
realize.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, damn it. I'm gonna wake my mom up.
Everyone, please come back safe.
Juji, I can take or leave it.
It's time for the cool guy crew.
God, I love this fucking guitar.
No, they're here.
Oh, they look cool.
Oh, we look like nerds. I knew this was gonna happen.
Oh no, they gave me a wedgie with bullets.
Looks like you two are raring to go.
No, they stuffed me in the armory.
Oh no, they put me in a garbage-shaped trash. Never mind.
Oh no,
I fucked that
Grave
up.
just swirled me inside his coffin.
But I like to imagine that Rockabilly's playing the soundtrack for the game.
Oh, just in the background? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
he's
see
just
that.
playing like trumpets with his guitar.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's got 6 strings. What do you think the other...
No, it's got 12. What do you think the other 6 are?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's like a guitar version of like a Casio keyboard.
Yeah!
Oh, maybe.
Oh, God.
Oh, so he has different, like, sound effects on it?
I can't wait
yeah?
for Gungrave 3 where he has a guitar.
Yeah, he has like a soundboard, and he like makes a fart noise every time Gungrave does one of his moves.
He has a vocoder, but instead of, like, making his guitar sound all synthy, it makes dog barking noises. Good job. But no,
That's
so
what a dog
here we
sounds
are,
like.
invading a mercenary camp again. But this time, we walked in the front door instead of getting caught in the middle. It's working out a little better than expected, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's like that. It's like the show with the dad from Breaking Bad. Oh, here's an original idea. What if the guy from Breaking Bad was also the guy from Walking in the Middle?
Oh, at
Is
first I
that
thought
what
you were
that's
gonna
about?
say was the guy from Gungrave.
Oh, well, that'd be cool too.
Instead of being like, Jesse, we have to cook, you'd be like,
Good joke.
Good joke. Everybody laughs.
Breaking Bad, except it's Guy Fieri.
Welcome to Flavor Town.
Like, we have to cook, and then he just makes, like, the most disgusting barbecue sandwich.
then he puts blue meth on a burger bun and then just eats it and cries.
Listen, I didn't give you guys permission to actually make these jokes just because I started with one cheese. And I mean, that's what we're known for. We're known for the finest jokes from 4 years ago.
Look, we're nothing if we're not timely.
Just Guy Fieri showing up and just being like, wah wah wee wah.
What if the dad from the middle was the janitor from Scrubs?
Oh,
Or the janitor from Good Will Hunting.
Oh, man.
What if Grave was the janitor from Good Will Hunting and he just sees a complicated math problem and shoots it?
what if
Good
Ray
idea.
is... Okay, so what if this is an alternate universe Rain Man, where Grave is the titular Rain Man?
And it's a rain of bullets.
Oh yeah.
What if he's like Dirty Harry? He's like, did I shoot 5 bullets or 6? And then it doesn't matter because he has infinite.
Man, why
Right,
aren't
'cause-
we more popular?
Did I shoot 500 bullets or 600 bullets? Oh, so that does remind me that this game actually keeps count of how many bullets you shoot.
Oh, like at the end of the game?
Yeah, and there are certain bonus unlockables you get for shooting a lot of bullets. None of them actually, like, affect the game in any way or are actually, like, interesting. It's all, like, cutscenes and stuff. But I think it's really funny that it keeps track of how many bullets you shoot.
The one game
Just as
Wait,
a
like
thing.
cutscenes you see during the game or like...
Yeah, like
Oh.
being able to see them in a theater mode.
So this
Oh,
is
okay.
like the one game that rewards you for having worse accuracy.
Basically.
I mean, I can respect that.
Yeah, I'm okay with this positive reinforcement.
Yeah, it doesn't keep track of accuracy. What does it matter? It just wants the carnage, the destruction. Well, looks clear.
I was really hoping it would unlock like Who 2 or something.
No, they dropped that character.
They were like, who?
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
To reiterate, why aren't we more popular?
So, the thing about this point in the game is that the human enemies aren't particularly tough, like on their own, so they make up for it by just throwing a million of them at you. It really is a numbers game at this point with a lot of enemies, more than like, oh, a strategic figuring out, which, where to put them and stuff. It's just as many as they can throw on the screen.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna make it Dynasty Warriors with guns, just make it Dynasty Warriors with guns. Let's go. I'm into that.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, you have to think a little bit more than in Dynasty Warriors.
It's called Gundam Dynasty Warriors, excuse me.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the gun.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, this isn't Gundam Grave, it's just Gungrave.
Actually, funny story about Gundam Dynasty Warriors. I'm a big Dynasty Warriors head, and I like those games. And I played Gundam Dynasty Warriors, and it quickly made me realize, wow, I really hate Gundam. I cannot stand this.
I thought that game was more interesting than the normal Dynasty Warriors.
You know what's most interesting than both of those
But I think you can play as Domo and Kashu in one of them. That's great.
Yeah.
is Gungrave.
I mean, let me tell you, it has no Shadow, that's for sure. This fucking Gundam have a guy who just, like, starts eating his own eye.
What?
Yeah, no, that's what happens in Romans of the Three Kingdoms. Like, he gets an arrow, like, shot in his eye, and Shaodan is just like, well, I'm not gonna waste what my mom gave me, and just starts fucking eating it.
Oh, that guy sounds nuts.
I bet
Oh,
he eats
yeah.
his boogers too.
Kind of like the guy who made Seed. That guy's just crazy.
Just a bunch of wacky boys.
I tell you, they just don't make him like that anymore.
Stories or people?
Both.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, they still make propaganda.
Like this game, for example.
Yeah. This anti-gun propaganda. Or is it pro-gun? It's hard to tell.
I think that's the best kind of propaganda.
Where it's both.
Yeah, it's called post-law, buddy.
Yeah, no, the game tells both sides.
Right.
Yeah, it's really up to you to decide the morals of the game.
I think it's a very nuanced take on the responsibilities of gun ownership.
Yeah. Because some people who own guns are bad and make drugs that aliens gave them. And some people are good and shoot those people.
And are also dead.
Right. Again, multiple angles. You can't just get a living perspective on this.
I mean, that snake said, don't step on me. It didn't say, don't shoot at me.
I mean, who has better experience of guns than the dead?
Yeah, exactly. All of them have died via gun.
Yeah. It's the only way to die. It's the most natural of causes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think those guys when you at their home. I think you should leave.
Look, you know, it's my job. I get paid by commission. I need these guys to hear me out.
I don't know, if you leave, then they're just gonna multiply. It's like having like an infestation.
And we can't have that.
It's called stand your ground laws, Shorts.
Oh. Well, when you put it like that. But yeah, no, I do actually find the like enemy spam to be like the least interesting part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because it's not, like, not that I don't love shooting 100,000 people every time, but it's not, entertaining in the same way. Like, here,
This is serious. They've locked onto you. Watch out.
I got a tank. You know what's cool? Shooting a tank until it explodes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's rad.
It's kind of weird. I feel like the first game had a bit more variety due to also, like, having more bosses.
Yeah, well, don't worry, because soon we'll have actually a lot of bosses. But,
For this game, they had to spread it out a little bit more.
Yeah.
yeah, they're trying to make kind of a more full-fledged game.
Yeah.
And it does make some of it weaker, just because some of it feels a little like filler.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually gonna be real. I am kind of burned out on this game. There's... You see one gun, you've seen them all.
It's got really good, I think, set pieces, and a lot of the bosses are interesting in some way or another, but it makes the levels, like, incredibly long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I've noticed just how much thoroughly longer levels are in this game than they were in the first one.
And so much of it is also, like, they put so many more, like, infinitely spawning enemy sections, like this one, in the game, so it never feels like you're, you know, doing better. It always just feels like you're surviving in a way that isn't as interesting.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they made a more game sort of thing, and I appreciate that, but also, like, there are just some clear, like, balancing problems with how it handles these game parts.
Yeah, like, it kind of in a lot of ways feels really arcadey, or like seems to be in a good way, but it's like arcade levels are not like 30 minutes long.
Right. And like, yeah, and I mean, like, I appreciate that they're like trying to really tell more of a story. Like, I don't have issues with the cutscenes being longer.
Yeah.
It's just also that these levels are just so long, and like, they don't change up enough with the whole thing.
Yeah, it feels weird that you can't change characters like mid-game.
Yeah, like, I think it would have made more
cool,
sense
actually.
to maybe not do like the like separate campaigns with each character, but let you swap in between.
Yeah. Also, I actually do, I gotta be honest, like, this looks really frustrating.
There are parts of this that just, I think, get, like, unfairly hard, and this is one of them.
Like, I feel, just in general, like, this game maybe would have been a lot better if you had a dodge roll. Now, I'm the...
You do have a dodge roll.
You do have a dodge roll with no iframes, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like, give me your iframes. Give me your, four huddled masses and shit, you know?
What if Gungrave
Right.
just rolled like in Dark Souls? Like he did the fat roll?
Oh, cool.
I do really like his getting up animation.
Yeah, no, there are definitely a lot of improvements to this, but, like, the latter half of this game is definitely, like, a step down.
Yeah.
Because after you beat the tank, you have to kill all the enemies that had spawned in at that time. Like, it's just... It is some real tedium,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna make you sit through all of it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I am prepared. I've got my bag of popcorn.
You should speed this up and then put yakety sax over it.
Shut up.
Fuck off. Alright.
God damn it.
Alright, surprise meeting, guys. Should we kick Jay out of the group?
I vote no! I second that.
All in favor, shoot a gun wildly into the air. Oh no. Also, it finds ways to just kind of like delay you moving through the level like this.
Yeah. Suddenly it just becomes Donkey Kong.
Right. And it just keeps happening,
Oh my
man.
god.
They're like, you can't get up if we keep rolling down the barrels.
Ah, shoot, we're out already.
There was one right there! Oh, those lazy gits.
There's some people just holding like an ICBM.
Oh, they started with just one, and now they have two people holding the rockets.
So this is another section where it has infinitely spawning enemies, and you know what? Honestly, fuck that. Like, that's, I think, the biggest change in the games that is my issue, is the infinitely spawning enemies, because if you have to deal with, like, a room of crafted enemies, it feels more like an encounter, and not like a survival sort of thing.
Yeah. Man, though, the guys just walking in with an ICBM are really good enemies.
Yeah, and so if they attack, what happens is like a jet on the back of the ICBM just makes it go flying.
They're just walking in like it's you know, tying into the dead metaphor. They're actually pallbearers for
Oh, I was gonna say there would be like
graves that are-
special delivery for Mr. Beyond the Grave.
Well, yeah, it's a grave or a coffin shaped like an ICBM.
Oh fuck, I just realized the joke. I just realized the joke behind Paul Bearer. Ah, shit. Ah,
Oh, the wrestling guy.
yeah.
Oh no!
I can't believe it. I can't believe this LP of all things just made me realize such dark deeds that
see?
WWE has done to us.
It's educational.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the W stands for education.
Yep, that's right. You can't spell education without several W's. Oh my god, we're so close to the end of the hallway, you guys, you don't even know.
You're right, I don't even know.
Hey,
Oh my
Chirps, I think
God.
your recording capture fucked up there.
A flash grenade is not a mistake.
I don't know, there's something about, like, everything going white and then coming back and all the enemies being dead is sort of awesome. You fucking moron!
And then, like, a whole bunch more health. I don't know how that happened.
Okay, so what happened there is there are enemies in this level, and I think this level only, that can use chains to, like, hold Grave down.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure... You can break out of it by being real fast and just, like, jamming on all the buttons and joysticks.
Oh,
But,
like a good video game?
By that
yeah.
time, someone will have already hit you with a rocket.
Well, I mean, they better have.
That's the gimmick for this stage, is
Oh.
that some people can stop you from moving.
Hey, here's the gimmick. It's bad.
Wow! You're right.
So they wrap you up and then you get hit? Now that's what I call a chain reaction.
No!
Is that like a chain gun on his arm or a drill or what?
Yes.
Is that?
A chain gun!
No, it's a chain gun.
Oh, okay.
The chain gun that's like also like a big club.
Yeah, so it makes you get all the way to the end of this hallway just to go through that door.
Nice.
Bye.
Well, anyway, goodbye.
Just jump off the roof.
Garino. Where's Garino? How
Garino.
can he disappear at a time like this?
Garino, isn't that the name of a Pokemon?
should come along too.
Garino did such a good job of disappearing. I have no
I
idea
need
who the
his
fuck that
soldiers.
is.
My men and I.
That's the son of this man.
Oh, okay.
He's
The
blonde?
son of this man. Oh, it's Rolinto.
What a beautiful man.
we defeat the enemy.
Very well.
Did
Whatever.
Don Corsione, was he the one that cut the glass in half with the katana? Or was that his son?
Yes. No, yeah, that's him.
I've been waiting for you. We were hired for this job for a reason. You see, we've defeated 4 dead men in combat. Don't confuse us with men who've never faced your kind before. This should be quite enjoyable. I'm sure you'll agree that our anti-dead man fighting technique is second to none.
Come on, men!
So there's a gimmick to this fight. And it's not as bad as you might think.
Oh, really?
So, starting off, he stays up there, and it's just a wave of regular-ass enemies that you have to fight. No biggie on that end. And then once you've killed them, a whole bunch of people will show up, as will Zell. Zell is now on the screen, and there he is. He's got a cape and a disgustingly large gun.
He looks like a maroon.
And that gun, I think, is also a drill. He can definitely pierce you with the front of the gun.
Well, I mean, his techniques are second to none.
So he's basically got a gun blade, is what you're telling me.
And that's where the characters who can chain you up come into place. If you don't get out in time, he will spear you. And also he drops landmines.
So how does the Don feel about the fact that he hired the one mercenary who also moonlights as a magician?
Oh, he thinks it's cool, because then he can do tricks and stuff when they're bored.
Yeah.
No, he hired a Squall cosplayer.
So the gimmick behind this is that if you kill all of the enemies on screen before you kill Zell, he will run away.
What a
Like
weenie.
a wuss? Yeah, and so you have to kill him while there's at least one other enemy on screen shooting at you. Which isn't too hard, honestly. As long as you keep moving, there's a real difficulty for them to be able to grab you. So honestly, this feels like a legitimate boss fight. Like, this doesn't feel as bad as, say, the previous one, where that huge, awful amalgamation took, 100 tries to beat.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually figuring out a gimmick, and the gimmick isn't just abysmal.
Right.
Yeah.
But once you beat him, then you have to fight 3 bulldozers.
Right? And they're all driven by that gross amalgamation of the bosses from the first game.
Just really tiny versions.
Yeah, and the amalgamation has like a little trucker hat.
He's actually the same size, but like his body like sticks out the top.
You have to fight the entire cast of cars.
He's like, oh, this is a hard hat zone.
One nice thing as well is that, for the most part, the arena isn't big enough that you lose your lock-on on him unless you get hit. So, like, you never have to worry about, like, figuring out which one he is. There are a lot of really nice things about this boss fight. It feels like a legitimate struggle, and it's good. Also, because Zell Condor Brave is maybe one of the finest names.
Yeah.
Is he a dead man?
No, he's not a dead man. He's just an Australian guy.
Close
Which
enough.
is far more frightening than a dead man.
I don't know. Maybe it's. Yeah, I guess.
You can't be Australian and a dead man, please.
Yeah, that's illegal.
They're too racist for that.
The world can only be so cool.
Oh, come on, give me this. We just gotta shoot him one more time.
I really
Oh, I
don't
lost track of him.
get like.
There he is.
I mean, like, Zell seems like a pretty spry guy. I don't see why deadmen are such like a big deal.
Oh, so he has 2 health bars, and once you've beaten the first one, there's no longer that gimmick of having other enemies on screen.
Oh.
He just does his basic attacks, and it's a lot easier to dodge him.
Oh, it's just man on man now.
Yeah, like, the biggest threat he ever makes is leaving landmines, but they explode on their own regardless. And if there are other enemies to hold you down. Like, otherwise it's pretty easy to dodge out of a lot of his attacks.
Yeah, this fight looks cool.
Yeah, it's fucking cool as heck.
Yeah. Yeah!
Yeah! Football! Woo!
Excuse me, he's Australian, so it's rugby.
That's true.
Oh,
No,
you're right.
It's Australian rules football. Come on. Because Australia rules. Football.
Alright, Zell, take a knee.
Well, they got a safety.
Such strength. Our past battles seem like child's play compared to this.
Commander!
Still alive, are you? Our work here is done. Collect the survivors and retreat.
But, Commander!
That's enough of that. We did quite well considering our opponent, don't you think? Now, until we find another job, I'm considering a vacation. The Bahamas, perhaps? Or maybe Vietnam.
But, Commander...
It's
Fangaram.
Juji. Great. You go on ahead.
RB?
Leave this to me.
What are you talking about, you fool? You ought to have your head examined.
Please, just let me do this. After all, I'm on my last guitar string. When Mika was suffering, I couldn't even put my arm around her shoulder. This is the only way for me to show her how I feel. Come and get me, baby. Whew, this is gonna be my best gig ever. Billy!
Billy, no!
Can't let the Dawn get away. Don't waste Billy's sacrifice.